Welcome to the Lone Arranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and I am the Lone Arranger. Why do they call me the Lone Arranger? Good Lord. But yes, because I arrange loans. You know what? I've been in the mortgage business for 32 plus years. Matter of fact, I celebrated my 32nd year on March the 18th. What a glorious opportunity. You know, being in the mortgage business has allowed me to help so many folks get great information on mortgages, close and save literally hundreds of thousands of dollars when it comes to purchasing a home. You know, choosing the right mortgage is not as simple as you might think it is. You know, most mortgage companies just steer you in the right direction of what they think their product is or what they've been told to sell you instead of listening to your needs. If you want a real honest opinion on what you should do when it comes to a mortgage, should a 15-year be something you entertain? Should a 30-year be something you entertain? Well, it could be either way. It could be either way. But you know what? If you go with a 15-year loan, you've lost your options to go to 30. You'd have to refinance. If you go with the 30-year, you have the option still of paying it in 15. Well, but again, you get a little better rate if you go with a 15-year loan versus a 30-year loan. But what's right for you? You know, I have a client that I'm talking to right now. We're getting ready to close this transaction. Super excited. Second transaction I've done for this gentleman. And he called me up today and he said, you know what? I'm getting ready to sign my disclosures. I'm a little nervous because I might change and put more money down to reduce my payment a little bit. And I looked at his loan and I'm like, well, your debt ratio is fine. So he says, I know, but I might want to convert to a 15-year and put more money down. And I said, okay, that's great. You know, I have a 15-year mortgage on my house. Let's talk about what your personal situation looks like. You know, what does that look like for you? Are you financially secure right now? I mean, do you have enough money in savings that you're going to be comfortable in retiring on? He goes, well, no, of course I don't. I said, well, then why are we considering doing a 15-year loan right now when you don't have enough money in savings? Let's build up our savings, right? And think about this. Right now, you're making between, let's just say on the low end, 5% return on your money in the market. In the stock market right now, in mutual funds, 5 to 18%. Okay. Now, granted, some of you may call me up and go, no, I made like 28% last year. Yeah, so did I on some investments I did. On average, we probably made somewhere around 15 to 18%. Most of us did. Don't call me up and say, hey, look, I got Tesla stock and I made, 300% or, whatever. I'm just talking about in general. Anyway, so I advised him to stick with the 30. Don't put 20, put 10. He's got a great rate and the PMI is minimal, very minimal. And when we calculated how much more money he was going to need to put down, he would make more money keeping it in the market. Now, you look at that and you go, okay, well, I still like a low payment. Well, that's fine. You can have if you want to put more money down, you can do it. But once you put it down, you can't get it back out of a mortgage. You have to refinance it or you have to get an equity line. Well, an equity line is not going to be as attractive as an interest rate as your 30-year fixed or your 15-year fixed. So my point is every one of you are different, and it takes somebody to listen to you and understand what you have and what your ultimate goals are. Because when we were finished with this conversation, he goes, you know what, Bruce, you're probably right. I could keep investing in the market. I can keep my money in the market. I can make more money in the market than I can the interest rate that I'm paying on my new mortgage. So why wouldn't I do that? Well, you should do that. Now, let's just say that, first of all, that answer is not the answer you're always going to get from me. Every one of you are different. But let's just say the market shifts, and it will shift. We all know it's going to shift. I mean, everything does. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. That's a guarantee. But at some point, we're not going to make quite as much money in the market. There's going to be some corrections. You can write this down. I'm predicting there's going to be a major correction in tech stocks. So if you're heavily weighted in tech stocks, you might want to be careful of that. Okay. And then again, I think there's some new tech stocks coming out that I think are going to be really cool, and you're going to make a bunch of money on it. But don't call me up. I'm not a stock advisor. I do this on my own, for my own. I do my own research, and anyway, keep your money in the market right now. When the market shifts and you're not making as much money in the market, then you can put more money down on your mortgage if you want to. Use it as a tool, But most of you get your 30-year fixed rate mortgage and you lock and forget about it and you don't do anything about it. I recommend, first of all, you should have a checkup no less than once every 2 years, and I like once a year. All my clients get a call from me once a year just to get a checkup, find out how you're doing, what do you need. You never know. Maybe you want to put an addition on. Maybe you want to buy another property. Maybe you want to keep the one you have and use it as a rental property. You know, you go to my class, my Retire as a Millionaire, where I show you how to retire as a millionaire in 20 years or less, $2.1 million in the bank, $15,000+ a month in income. That will be actually on April the 28th at 6 p.m. You have to register at webringyouhome.com. I'm the Lone Ranger. My job is to make sure that I'm guiding you in the right direction, right? And I can tell you something. I'm a local guy. I'm not an internet guy, all right? I'm not an internet guy. If you don't believe me, ask my daughter. But here's what I am. I'm conscientious about the advice that you get. I'm conscientious about making sure you always have self-serving advice to you, not to me, not to the lender, not to the realtor, not to the builder, but to you. What is the right thing for you to do? And do you have an advocate that can keep you going in the right direction and give you the right information so you can make an informed, intelligent decision? Because you are different. You are unique. You have your own set of circumstances. I got one client sitting at my desk, and then, they're looking at maybe in 3-4 years, they got to put some kids through college. They don't know what they're going to do about that. We got to structure your mortgage and your assets so that you are safe when it comes to that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not structuring your assets, but I can guide you in the right direction for good people that can do that, people that help me as well. 407-706-3313. I'm the Lone Ranger, Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, 32 years in the business. I've closed more than 9,000 transactions, and I'm going strong, baby, having fun. It's been a crazy market, but I've got to tell you, I'm loving it. Let's talk a little bit about the market. What's going on right now? Is it still a good time to refinance? It's still a great time to refinance. Is it as good as it was in October through December? No, it's not. You missed that boat. But is it great? It's still awesome. I'm going to tell you, I predict that you're probably going to see rates in the mid-4s probably within the next 6 months, and probably even close to the 5s, if not higher, in the next 12 months. Why do I think that? Because it's got to go in that direction. It's not going back down again. The government was helping artificially deflate the price of interest rates. They were feeding the market. They're stuffing it full. Right now, we're going to have to deal with inflation. The government keeps giving out money. Somebody's got to pay for it. Guess what? Inflation, baby. Inflation's coming. You're going to see it. Well, look at your gas prices just since Biden's got into office. Come on, I'm paying 80 cents per gallon more today than I did just before the election. 80 cents per gallon. Oh, lumber up 300%. Okay? Labor going up. It's going to keep going up. Does that deter me? No. It's an amazing buying time. Matter of fact, I can promise you, if you buy a home right now, let's just say you bought a home for $350,000 right now. Things are going to keep going up when it comes to real estate. There's no way for them to go down. We're not going to hit a bubble. You're not going to see a giant influx of foreclosures and short sales. You're going to see some because of all the people. I told you, don't go into forbearance unless you lost your job, and they did it anyway. They're going to get themselves in trouble. Excuse me. And potentially that bank could take your property away and all that equity you got, because nobody's going to refinance you because you got no payments. You haven't been making any payments. Catch up. If you listen to anything I tell you on the show, catch up right now and get your mortgage caught up immediately. Call me at 407-706-3313. I'm the Lone Ranger. I'm here to help you. 407-706-3313, or visit my website at webringyouhome.com. Or you can check out my podcast on iHeartRadio, or you can check me out on Spotify, or you can go to my YouTube channel. Got a great YouTube channel. You want to watch this show on YouTube? You can see all the things that I do to screw up and all that, But here's the deal. I love helping people with their mortgage, and I'll always make sure I take great care of you. I'll guide you in the right direction of the right real estate agent as well. And when you come back from the next break, we're going to talk about real estate agents and how to choose the right real estate agent for you. Be back in 5 minutes.